So, after all this time, we finally get a Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and it's actually really awesome. Let's get into it. Sonic the Hedgehog stars James Marsden, Tika Sumpter, Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, and Ben Schwartz as the voice of Sonic. And inside the Hedgehog, we follow the blue anthropomorphic hedgehog title character as he tries to navigate the complexities of life on Earth with his newfound best friend, who is a human named Tom Wachowski with a wife, played by Tika Sumpter. And they must soon join forces to prevent the evil Dr. Robotnik, who's played by Jim Carrey, from capturing Sonic and using his powers for world domination. Now, if you guys are new here to the channel, be sure to follow me in social media links in the description box down below. And be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notified when new videos are up. If you want to send money to my channel, DM me privately or email me privately, and I'll let you know on how to do that. And if you want to send the fan mail, addresses and stuff are down below. With that being said, let's get into Sonic the Hedgehog. When it comes to Sonic the Hedgehog, I wasn't initially excited to see it at first, because when that first trailer dropped, everyone just freaked out over the design of Sonic. I even freaked out over the design of Sonic, because that initial design that they went with in the very first trailer that they dropped, I was like, oh no, that does not look anything like Sonic at all. And I was a little hesitant going in because video game movies does not have the greatest track record. You do have some I do like. I enjoy Warcraft. The Resident Evil movies are dumb, fun, guilty pleasure movies based off the Resident Evil games. I actually enjoy the live action Super Mario Bros. And when it comes to the Mortal Kombat movies, I enjoy Mortal Kombat. It is probably the best video game adaptation we've ever gotten. And the Angry Birds movies are good. And I do like Tomb Raider 2018. But when you have, there are also some movies that are not based on video games that I do like. The Tron movies and the two Wreck-It Ralph movies. But then you have a slew, and I mean a slew of bad video game adaptations. And I was like, will this be the train wreck of the video game movies? And plus, I am familiar with the Sonic the Hedgehog character. I haven't played all of the games, but I would, every day during my middle school days, I would come home every day, and also during the summer, and play Sonic Adventure 2 on my Nintendo GameCube, and that was a really fun game. I do like the cartoon with Jaleel White as the voice of Sonic. So going into this movie, I was nervous, but then when I heard that this movie was actually good, and then when that second trailer dropped, I went from not being excited to becoming interested in it. And then I watched the movie itself, and I gotta tell you, Sonic the Hedgehog, this was actually a very nice surprise movie. This was a very fun video game movie. And this is a scenario when you listen to the fans of the source material, you get good results. Now, the story isn't the most original story. It is basically a story that you've seen hundreds of times with some kind of creature or some kind of thing comes to Earth and befriending a human. But they don't really do the whole situation where they do get into arguments and they just part ways. That's not done here. They actually have James Marsden's character Tom Wachowski and Sonic the Hedgehog actually interact with each other throughout the whole movie. And as far as Sonic goes, the CGI animation and the way he looks is very accurate to how he is in the games. This looks a lot more like Sonic, and Ben Schwartz does a great job as the voice of Sonic. There's a bit of Deadpool mixed with Detective Pikachu in there, but it's also very true to Sonic, and I couldn't have picked anyone else as the voice of Sonic. I know some people say he didn't really fit Sonic. Between him and Jaleel White, they are my two favorite voice actors to voice Sonic. And I gotta say, Sonic, he does what he does. He's running around doing his little Sonic movements. He cracks some jokes. This is a very fun, lighthearted movie, and this is basically what a Sonic movie would be like if it came out back in the 90s. And that basically was a nice way for this movie to go with. Also, the scene stealer in this movie, besides Sonic the Hedgehog himself, is Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. I don't mind the serious Jim Carrey, but this feels like Ace Ventura Jim Carrey mixed with the masked Jim Carrey. It's good to have Jim Carrey back in the movie after so long, because we ain't seen Jim Carrey in a long time, unless you've seen Dark Crimes. But Jim Carrey, he's having fun with it, he's hemming it up, he's enjoying himself playing this character, and I can tell that he had a lot of fun playing this character. And honestly, no one else could play Dr. Robotnik as good as Jim Carrey. Because if you had someone else playing Robotnik, then Jim Carrey's Robotnik would not have worked. Just like if you would kept that original design of Sonic that they went with, this whole movie will fail miserably. But I'm here to tell you that Sonic the Hedgehog, if it succeeds on the level of being accurate to its source material, it's not the most original story, as I said, but it doesn't really need to be. It just needs to be a fun video game movie. And this is what happens in the case of listening to your fans. When you listen to the fans of the source material, you get great material like this. Also, there's a lot of great callback references to the game. One at the beginning with the Echidna whole family that took him in. And then you have the golden rings, you have the somersault Sonic when he... And it's just a lot of funny moments when it's Sonic in this movie. And the chemistry between Sonic and the police officer is one of the big praises of this movie, which, again, does come into the film's writing. The writing of this movie is at its strongest point, especially with the comedic jokes. There were some comedic jokes that didn't really land, but it still felt 100% funny for the most part. It felt like you were watching a PG version of Deadpool for the kiddies. And I did enjoy that part of this movie. Also, its camera work, the cinematography work, this movie is a very, very colorful, which is a nice change, which is a nice thing they did, because this movie is entirely 100% colorful. Because if you just suck the life out of this movie and just have a dark and dreary Sonic the Hedgehog movie, it wouldn't work. But because they stuck to what Sonic is, and because you had a producer of the games working on this movie, I think the movie works successfully as a live action transition of Sonic from games to film. And that is the biggest praise, is that how well it works. Also, the score by Tom Holkenborg, Junkie XL, is very nice, and it's a very nice score. It feels like a Sonic score, and it doesn't really forget what Sonic is, and sound design is also really nice too. If I had any kind of issues with Sonic the Hedgehog, which again, some of the writing is a bit off, there were some characters and that was just there. You're not going to hear me say anything bad about Tika Sumpter because she's good in the movie as well. She had great chemistry with James Marsden. And I feel like another one of the issues that I did have here was, again, it does feel like the same beats as far as the story goes, but for what they needed to get right, they got right. With Sonic, they got the character right. They got the character design of Sonic right. They got Dr. Robotnik right. They got the heart and soul of this character down. Also, be sure to stay during the credits because you do have two specific moments here. One with Dr. Eggman and one that sets up a certain someone for a sequel. Now, I think you know where I'm going with this if you haven't seen the movie already. I'm gonna say his name in 3, 2, 1. They set up Tails for a future movie, as well as possibly set up Knuckles. So I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with Tails in the sequel, as well as Knuckles. Hoping they also bring in Amy Rose, and don't bring in Shadow the Hedgehog just yet. You save Shadow for a third film or something. But they did plant the seeds for a sequel and for this entire series of Sonic movies. Very nice, because this is the first of a planned series. And I can't wait to see more Sonic the Hedgehog after seeing this. And this is one of the highest grossing video game adaptations out there. So before I give you my final thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog, in the comment section down below, what did you think of Sonic the Hedgehog? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you expect this to be good? I sure didn't. But anyways, let's get into it. The final thoughts. All in all, Sonic the Hedgehog works very well as a fun kids movie, but also as a fun adaptation of the Sonic the Hedgehog character. It respects the legacy of Sonic and Dr. Eggman. Ben Schwartz is a perfect choice for Sonic. Jim Carrey brings it as Dr. Eggman. There's good comedy, some good action, there's some good fun moments as in this movie, and I definitely enjoy myself. So when this comes out on Blu-ray next week, I think, with Onward, definitely pick this up. I'm definitely going to give Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm going to do it. I'm going to give Sonic the Hedgehog a high Epictastic. An extremely high Epictastic because of how fun this was. This is definitely one of my favorite video game adaptations now. This is definitely one of my favorite movies of the year so far. And we're only in May. So, let me know what you guys think of Sonic the Hedgehog down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys keep it cool and join the Epictastic.